Hi, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hello. So we went to Osirian today. Is the temple in the city of Abydos in the south, and uh, um, and what we did in this temple was something that we were not supposed to do because our main idea was just to do a tiny meditation that was proposed by Kike and Judith, and it was to weave the DNA so we can share like the pattern of we could share the one of the crystals uh, that I am going to deliver in the South Pole, which is the closure of the entire thing, the entire trip. Um, so that's the last crystal on being delivered, and we took that crystal, and the idea that the activity would be to weave that, um, creating a net of DNA between all the people inside the temple, 36 people in one side, 36 in the other. And the goal was to share from heart to heart, looking into the eyes and sharing this with all the love within the DNA of our new humanity, like the concept of delivering this love, unconditional love, in order to create something new. Um, and and was something just for the beginning, as a key to open the temple, as always, of course, what we are supposed to what we were supposed to do in each temple, to open the information and to download the information into the crystals. So it was just an opening, but suddenly it turns out to be the 2 hours of that. And it was so powerful and amazing how everyone incarnated the concept of sharing this infinite love with uh, each part of the DNA. It was so intense, so powerful, that it took the entire time that we were there in the temple, and it was like um, and the difference that we had here is that instead of being us in the center, the 12 of us in the center with the crystals and the people around holding us all, the difference in this time was that the people were in the center, um, creating the DNA by weaving this crystal, sharing it with love, charging it with all the unconditional love, and we were outside. And eventually, we started to kind of like incarnate the idea of the shape of the archangels. We started to become like the archangels with wings. And I don't usually work with the archangels. I'm not related to the concept of the archangels. I never been working with that, but today it was so powerful and so present. The essence of the archangels, like the 12 surrounding the entire humanity as they were sharing this love. So it was completely different from what we expected, but was so powerful that it had to last all that time. So the incredible thing is that this um, this 72 group of people, that we were 36 and 36, as they were as they were sharing this unconditional love to one another from the heart, and they took all the time to do that. We were holding them from the outside, feeling this archangelic energy, like if the archangels were surrounding this group of humanity, like if we were like the earth and the other dimensions were holding the new DNA, the new idea of this um, new information awakening inside. And the great thing was the signals that we lived there, because when we started to organize inside to begin the task, there were two bats like this big, and the bats started to fly around, and then they left. And when they left, this tiny bird got in, and it was flying from north to south, south to north, all the time, going through the line of the DNA along the temple. And it would stare at us from one side and then uh, go straight through the line where the people were connecting. So the bird was 2 hours doing exactly the same as what we were doing. And it was amazing. It was incredible how we felt connected with what was happening with the bird and the archangels, and the singing. The singing was like many angels singing. It was so powerful what was expressed. And as the people were the 72 were sharing this love to one another, which took like almost the 2 hours, as they were sharing this love, then they gave it to one of the notes, and the notes that are the 12 us, we started to wave them over the or upon the people. So it was like if we were the planet waving this information, holding the humanity and the information of the new humanity. And so then the energy of Ta, the creator, came, and he started to connect the people into like kind of a network, connecting like hand with hand and hand with hand. And they started to create the entire shape of the DNA. And I felt like I was a protein doing the process of connecting the chemical of the DNA. And when it finished, he did an activation, and then started to open and divide the DNA again like another protein, and whoop, like creating two new cells. So and after it did that, when it was like kind of the division of the DNA creating two new cells, um, the time was over, and everything was perfect. So it was amazing. It was incredible. So also remember that Osirian is an Atlantean temple, even if the Egyptian used it for them, of course. This temple was used for the people the women to know how to give birth in awareness. So we kind of did this of the DNA there because it was like a place of creation, to manifest the DNA for a new being to be born. So this time we weren't there to make a birth, but we were doing the programmation for the DNA for the new ones to come. Sorry, I was just saying that. Here's Max. I was just saying that if he felt anything, and he felt exactly the same, like the wings, and and I said, here I'm speaking here with my ex-husband, 12,000 years ago. Well, I just wanted to share this with all of you, so you have the idea of what we were living, and also to give you the concept of tomorrow, of what we are going to do tomorrow, so you can be connected. Tomorrow in Sakara, we will be activating the Pratikta through um, the four lines of time and the four lines of space, and we will be the 12 of us around the cube, representing the nodes, of course, the rays of light, everything, and around, and also of course the elements, um, earth, fire, water, air, and we will be connecting with our 72 attributes all together, which are the people that are here. For those who want to connect with us, we will be there between 5 to 7 p.m. 5 to 7 p.m. all together, in Sakara. So we will be connecting from there through time and space, the four elements and all the attributes together, through the 12 nodes of the world. So if you want to connect with us, I would recommend you to, between these 2 hours, to connect and listen the 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 songs that we did that are called the 12 names. The 12 names. So it's called Amma with 2 M's, and the second name of this is Amma, the 12 names. So our 12 songs that describes basically all the concepts that we are going to be activating tomorrow. This music is in Spotify, in YouTube, in iTunes, everywhere. So you can look for them. So also I posted today in Instagram, the image of the crop circle that appears today in England, that describes exactly what we are going to do tomorrow. So look the image, and maybe with the image you can connect, by watching, by meditating on the image, you can connect with what we are going to do tomorrow. So we are all working, each one in what we are supposed to do, and it's working perfectly. So of course that I am not in the situation to make the alignment today, because I just arrived from an airplane, and my magnetical field is not 100% here yet. I'm not anchored. I'm very tired too, so I'm not I'm not able right now to make the alignment, to guide the alignment. So as we are practicing this week, I recommend you to do the alignment by yourself. Remember, listen to music in the blog, you find it there, and also by thinking about the topic for today, imagine the reflection, observe the reflection, and do the connection from heart to heart to balance your two parts. Okay. Tomorrow is Toroid Day, is the last day of our first week of Gemini. So we will be connecting from Sakara. Thank you everybody for being here as always, and thank you for holding us and for being here. And of course, thank you all who tomorrow will be connected to us while we are below the pyramid of Sakara. Thank you, and see you tomorrow, as always, at the same time.